Chapter 12. Posho. Ah! Oh, for blooming sake, stop screaming, said the voice. This only made Stella scream more. Ah! Oh, shut your cake hole. It was definitely the voice of a boy. His accent was infinitely rougher round the edges than Stella's. The cellar was pitch black. The girl had no idea who she was talking to. Who are you? Demanded Stella. I'll tell ya, but you have to promise you won't scream the place down, he replied. Yes. You promise? Yes, replied Stella, a little more confidently this time. Ready? Yes. You sure you won't scream? Yes. Stella was becoming a tiny bit irritated now. The voice paused for a moment. Well, get on with it. I am getting on with it. So, I am a ghost. Ah! Stella screamed. The ghost was mightily annoyed. You promised you weren't going to scream. Well, I didn't know you were going to say you were a ghost, protested the girl. Well, what do you want me to do? Tell a porky pie? A what? A lie. Cockney rhyming slang, innit? Stella finally understood. Yes. What do you want me to do? Say I'm Father Christmas or something? No, but... The girl hesitated. But what? You can't be a ghost. Ghosts aren't real. My mama and papa told me so. The voice replied in a rather smug tone. Ah, did they? Mama and papa. He chuckled on how posh this girl was. Very la-di-da. Well, if ghosts ain't real, why did you scream? There was silence for a moment. Stella couldn't think of a reply, and then she said, I may have been screaming just for fun. Likely story. Well, it's completely dark down here. I can't see you. I can't see a thing. If you really are a ghost, then prove it. Stella was sure she had him on the ropes now. All right, came the confident reply. Shift some of this here coal out the way. Me? Asked the girl incredulously. Despite not having any money, Stella had enjoyed a privileged upbringing as a member of the upper class. Being posh, she was not used to being given orders, especially not to move lumps of coal about, and especially not in such an uncouth manner by someone so clearly of the lower classes, who her rather grand head mistress might have charitably described as an oik, a lout, a ruffian, an urchin. Yeah, you, the ghost replied. It was clear he was having none of this girl's attitude, but she wasn't giving up yet. Well, why can't you do it? She said defiantly. By the sound of the ghost's rough accent, Stella was sure moving coal around on the floor of a cellar was much more his kind of thing. In fact, she guessed he would probably love to do it. For him, it would actually be a pleasure, an honour, perhaps even something of a treat. Maybe if this was his birthday, giving him the opportunity to move some coal about would make the perfect present. I'm stuck the other side of it in this here coal chute, ain't I? I ain't got no place to shift it to. Well, you are a ghost, aren't you? Duh, yeah. So can't you just, well, waft through it? Nah, real ghosts can't waft. Stella's understanding of ghosts came purely from fanciful stories she had read. She was more than a little disappointed to learn that real ghosts could not walk through walls after all, not least because it meant she had to move this mountain of coal by herself. "Sorry, I had no idea," she said. Yet the girl stood totally still, hoping that if she did nothing for long enough, this oink would do it for her anyway. However, this was not to be. "Come on," the ghost moaned. "The quicker you get started, the quicker you finish." Stella sighed and bent down to feel where the coal was on the stone floor of the cellar. Reluctantly, she started moving pieces aside. It was hard work, and when she paused for a moment to get her breath back, the ghost shouted, "Get a move on!" "I am going as fast as I can," protested Stella. "Sorry, but moving coal around is not something I normally do." The ghost let out a chuckle. "Nah, you're one of them poshos." "What? I beg your pardon?" "Posho." The ghost seemed to really enjoy saying the word and started to tease her with it. "Posho, posho, posho." It was all very childish, but then he was a child. Well, the ghost of a child. "I am not a posho," exclaimed the girl, more than a little offended. "Nah, course you're not." "Thank you." "Now come on, posho, put your back into it." Now, I know what you're thinking. Why haven't there been any illustrations in this chapter? The pictures are the best bit. Well, that's because the last few pages of the story have taken place completely in the dark. In case you feel cheated, here are some illustrations especially for you. Lady Stella Saxby. The coal cellar, a pile of coal.